Hey, Sludge, I was having trouble connecting. Wasn't sure what was going on there. Anyway, how the heck are you? You know who I am. Well, I hope so, man. Hope you're not looking for me to clue you in. Anyway, I'm down the beer and whiskey whisper. How the heck are you? This is a Tuesday. I am off today. That's why I'm doing a later video with you. Let's see here. I can get this figured out. Oh. All right. So I actually found this today. I went to visit someone today, and was checking a work related thing, actually, I should say. And they showed me a new beer they had. It's their Four Hands Reprise Centennial Red Ale. And I say new beer, but it's an old beer. Reprise. They brought this one back. This was actually I don't know if it was their first offering, but it was definitely one of their first offerings back in 2011. I first had it rather early in 2012. They'd only been around a couple months the first time I had this beer. It's a 6%. It says Reprise Centennial Red Ale, but it was at the time it was kind of labeled a red IPA. But I'm kind of glad they're not calling it an IPA now. The beer, but it was it felt very revolutionary for the time period. It was just such an amazing beer. Let me pour some for you. Four Hands out of St. Louis, Missouri. And I wish I had a St. Louis whiskey. Well, actually, I do have I was going to say, I wish I had a St. Louis whiskey to share with you. I do. I just don't have it open. So now I feel like I have to open it to have it with you. Would have been great if I would have had that prepared, but nevertheless, here we are. I was like, I wish I had a St. Louis whiskey. Wait a minute, Tom. You do. You just don't have it open. Anyways, I digress. We put that beer off to the side for a second here. Yeah, I forgot I actually have two bottles from the same distillery, St. Louis, but I do have St. Louis whiskey. Just wasn't thinking about the time that I grabbed the beer. But I haven't had this beer for so long. When I saw it today, the beer guy at Macadoodles, Kenny said, "When did you get this in?" I said, "He just got it in. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's a reprise, reprise, if you will. They brought it back. The Reprise Centennial Red Ale from Four Hands. It's at 6%. I don't know if it's exactly the same as when it was first done, or if they've changed it up a little bit. But just the idea of having that beer again, it was the very first beer I ever had from Four Hands, and there's a lot of nostalgia and sentimentality behind this particular beer for me, but that I won't go into because I'll start crying if I do. But that nose brings back a lot of memories. Back when they were just a fledgling little brewery, just getting started. Like they only had one or two offerings at that moment in time. And they since went on to being so much more. But the first time I had this beer, I thought, "Oh my god, this thing is amazing." It's back when they don't call it an IPA here, but it's back when IPAs had some malt mixed with the hops. Right, there was some balance going on there. But that nose certainly brings back some memories. That's for damn sure. Sure why it's not working like it should tonight. I don't know what's going on with my feed. It's not going through. Anyway, well, I'll try to focus on this beer for a second here, see if it tells me any more on this can. Just was brewed and canned by Four Hands. It doesn't give me any other information. I'm kind of bummed by that. So I assume it just say Centennial Ale like it did back in the day. So I'm assuming it's all Centennial like it was back then. And since I've been talking for almost 5.5 minutes, haven't drank anything yet. Because I was having trouble with my feet for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyway, so that's you. Oh man, oh man, that's what I like, man. Oh fuck, that's good. So the first time I had this beer, again, without going into the stories that are going to make me cry, but the first time I had this beer was at a place on the Central West End in St. Louis called the Wildflower. I was able to walk there. I was getting some food to go, and they had a few beers on tap, and I asked about this one. They said it's brand new. They just got it in. This is about mid-February of 2012. They said they just got in, but it's been popular, so I ordered it. I said, "What can you tell me about the brewery?" They said, "Not much." They're new. Came up, popped up at the end of 2011. Only been around for a few months, but there's a lot of good buzz around them. And I had one of these. Well, like I said, I can't tell you if it's changed up, but I had a Centennial Red as I was waiting for my food to come up. And then, oh my god! Keep in mind, this is 2012, right? This is a while back. In craft beer years, that's a long time. It's a long time in craft beer years, but oh my god, this thing is amazing. It was a great little restaurant. We only ordered food to go for a lot of reasons at the time that I'm not going to go into now. But once they knew why I was there, who I was, they were always really kind every time I went over there. They'd always give me a discount or something, or not charge me for the beer, or not charge me for one of the meals, or they always did something nice for me. So I have a soft spot for that particular place. Well, it's not working. It's not showing up on my feed for some reason. I can't figure out what's going on here. But anyways, but when I saw that they had this beer, I said, "Oh my god, really? They're bringing that back? So that old chestnut." Anyways, I thought, "Oh crap, in a basket. I'm gonna have to buy it," and I did. I had to buy it. Oh, it was only $10 for the 4 pack, which is rather inexpensive. Again, by today's craft beer standards, yeah. Yeah, 10.99 for a 4 pack of pint cans. That's rather inexpensive today. So back in the day, that would have been expensive, but times have changed. It is just as I remember, though. Like I said, I can't tell you which change was hasn't, but it does bring back that memory for me. a Centennial hop, a single hop hoppy red ale. I was glad they don't refer to it as an IPA, but that's basically what it was, the red IPA of the time. But yeah, it was referred to as a hoppy red, much like the old Springfield Brewing Company Hop Lobster hoppy red. Unfortunately, beers like this have become all but extinct because everybody wants that lighter bodied hop water. They don't want a little bit of malt like you're going to find in a beer like this. It is it's hoppy, but there is enough malt to balance everything out. And unfortunately, those that are drinking hazy IPAs, this isn't the beer they're looking for. This really is an old school beer for old school guys like myself. As old curmudgeons, if you will. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put it up on the screen. Here we go. Finally, it's showing up. I don't know what was taking so long. I had to restart it to get it to pop up. So I don't know if it was a glitch with my devices or what. But anyway, and nevertheless, here we are. Man. I was getting a little frustrated there for a second. I forgot what was the issue. There we are. Now we're in business. Anyways, I digress. So Four Hands Reprise Centennial Red Ale. And I'm going to be right back. Bear with me. Stay right there. I do have a St. Louis whiskey I will have with you for the first time. Is our Switchgrass 92 proof bourbon. Small batch from grain to glass. My only problem with these guys, because I really love their product, is they don't have a tasting room. I was really bummed out because we were passing through that way the end of September of last year, and I really wanted to stop, but they don't do a tasting room. They're just a distillery, and I was really bummed about that. And I wanted to stop and try some product, man. You people got to work with me. Anyways, I digress. I've actually had this particular product, once before, but it's been several years. I found it. Gosh, I can't even remember the year now. 21 maybe. Picked it up in Columbia, Missouri. I want to give myself a little pour here. So, grain forward sweet mash out of St. Louis. Our grain forward mash bill is designed with a high wheat and barley content. This gives our bourbon its smooth and balanced finish while also complementing the distinctive flavors of our charred Missouri oak barrel. Enjoy neat or on the rocks. I'm having it neat here. Aged no less than 1 year, mashed, distilled, and bottled by Switchgrass Spirits, St. Louis, Missouri. So, by that description, it is a wheated bourbon, which tend to be a little sweeter. I'm more of a traditional bourbon guy, I will admit. But like I said, I have had this product before and I did enjoy it. But overall, I do prefer a traditional bourbon that uses rye as a secondary. But nevertheless, nevertheless, man. I mean, nevertheless, baby. Nevertheless, baby. There we go. Now I don't have an echo. There we go. Anyways, let me pick up this beer again. The Centennial, the reprise Centennial Red from Four Hands, Slancha. So the Switchgrass Bourbon. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Nice color. Oh, that's nice. It is a young bourbon. You can tell it is a young bourbon, but they are using quality products here, and you can tell that as well. Well, it's not going to be quite as nuanced as a young bourbon. Keep that in mind. But the flavors, the aromas are spot on. 92 proof. It is. It is rather easy to drink at that proof, and that's kind of what you're looking for here. How does it drink? Is it harsh? Does it burn? It does none of those things. A little bit of sweetness up front. I'm going to say a light brown sugar note because you get just the slightest hint of molasses in there. I'm also going to say a little bit of caramel in there as well. A lot of nice toasted oak in the finish. Spice notes are light, very light here. You might again typically what comes out is cinnamon, but you might feel it a different way depending on how you feel spice notes. For me, I'm picking up a little bit of allspice. You might get a hint of clove, ginger, nutmeg, but I will say the spice notes in this particular whiskey are subtle, but you do feel that toasted oak very prominently. anyways, I digress. Luncheon. Trying to enjoy my day off here. I got out earlier with some friends. Came home and relaxed. Wife made dessert, a triple chocolate nutty cookie bar. It was really good, man. It's gonna hurt later, I could tell, but it was really tasty. It was really good, man. So I thought I'd do one more video with you on this late Tuesday. I know a lot of folks aren't going to be up watching me on a Tuesday, but I am off tomorrow, so I figured, what the hell? What the hell, man? Anyway, I digress. I have had a few Switchgrass products. I'm a big fan of their rye as well. I just, like I said, I wish they had a tasting room. They're not. You have to make reservations for tours, and I just, not usually able to do so. I'm kind of a spur of the moment kind of guy. Things just kind of happen, right? I want to be able to show up. I don't necessarily need a tour either. I'm not really a guy that likes to go on tours, if you want to know the truth. I don't like to pay for tours. Sometimes I do because there's no other options. But I don't like tours. I want to go in. I want to see a taster room. I want to buy the products I want to try, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to spend 20 bucks for you to walk me around your facility, tell me how things are distilled, because I've seen this 100 times at this point in my life, and then give me some, 2 or 3 so-called free samples after I've already paid you 20 bucks for the tour. I just want to come in, sit down at your bar, and tell you what products I want to try, and I'm more than happy to pay you for them. I just don't need that pomp and circumstance. I don't need to be showed around. Yeah, I've seen how distilleries work many times. I don't need to see that again. Breweries, I feel the same way about. I don't have any desire to do anybody's brewery tour ever again. I've been through them. I know how the process works, and quite frankly, I don't give a damn. When I walk into your place, brewery, distillery, I'm there to try the product and buy the product. That's all I want to do. I don't need that other nonsense. I don't need the dog and pony show. I want to walk in, sit down at the bar, tell you what products I want to try, and pay you for them, and then buy the products I want and leave. That's what I want to do. And some of you want to make the shit a whole lot more complicated than it needs to be. I just want to buy the damn product. I don't need a 2-hour tour wasting my time. I got things to do. I'm on vacation. I don't got 2 hours to spend on a tour. I got other places I need to be. Let me sit down at the bar, tell you what products I want to try those products, pay you for those products, buy products, and leave. I don't know why some of you want to make this shit more complicated than it needs to be. Anyway, Slunch, I'm talking to you folks at Switchgrass. I just want to walk into a tasting room for you to show me what products you've got to sample. I will gladly pay you for said samples, and then I will pay you for the products I'm walking out with. But I don't need a dog and pony show. I've been through it before, man. I don't give a rat's ass. I just want the finished product. I don't care anything about how you got from here to there. I don't care why you started the business. I don't give a rat's ass about any of that stuff. I just want to taste the product, buy the product, walk the hell out. That's all I want to do. I don't know why some of you want to make it more complicated than that for me anyway. Sometimes I go on a rant. I can't help it. It's who I am. Anyways, I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor wisdom, man. Let me show you that bottle one last time. Switchgrass Spirits, bourbon whiskey, 92 proof. I tell you, I really enjoy this stuff. It is done very well. I just wish, again, I'm not going to go into. Don't say it again, Tom. Four Hands. I haven't been to their newer tap rooms. It's been a couple years since I've been out there. But I am a fan of this brewery ever since their inception. Their first version of this was the first beer I had from them. And again, I love the beer. There are some sentimental reasons behind it, but bottom line is I recommend everything that Four Hand has. They're just a great brewery. So there you go. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and biscuits and gravy. All around good guy. Sláinte. Oh,